Hello, I hope you guys can hear me. It's a little loud. I am doing my hyperbaric session in my chamber, getting my work done. But I just wanted to hop on and talk just quickly about Lyme. I'm someone who didn't understand Lyme fully until I got hit with it, and I don't even know that it's Lyme that got me. I'm diagnosed with Lyme and chronic Lyme at this point. I really do feel that the tick bite was, for me, the hay that broke the camel's back. I think that a lot of us accumulate toxins in our bucket, and at some point, whether it's mold or Lyme or metals or other autoimmune conditions, I think we just hit a tipping point, and that's when we show outward symptoms of being sick. And so when I got hit and diagnosed with Lyme a couple years ago at this point, it felt like the worst thing that could ever happen to me. I have a ton of energy. I'm someone who loves to use my brain. I've always felt very sharp and very clear, and it knocked me. It knocked me down so hard, so fast. And to get through so many challenges in my life and to have something like that knock me down is just something that I completely refuse to accept. And so what has come out of this for me is that Lyme has forced me to step up my self-care in a major way. And what I mean by that is, my number one priorities and values are around taking care of my family and showing up for my patients and my clients and showing up for my community and showing up for our incredible staff. And I will do anything in my power to be able to continue to do that. And so what has come for me out of this is that I have at times very little wiggle room in what I put in my body, what I do to my body, and what I do for my body. And so Lyme for me has become such a thing that's, I can't even think of the words right now, but it's my main source of accountability for taking care of myself. So I think what happens in something like Lyme, metal toxicity, mold, all these things is that we react more quickly to things that aren't good for any of us anyway. And so for me, if I have gluten, I don't feel great the next day. If I'm around EMFs, electromagnetic fields, on my computer a lot, around blue light a lot, close to my phone a lot, I don't feel great. If I have alcohol that's not clean alcohol, I don't feel great. If I have sugar, I don't feel great. If I don't work out, I don't feel as mentally clear as I could. So it has forced me to do things for myself that are things we should all be doing. And so for that, I'm really thankful, because I really do feel that getting diagnosed with this, I was faced with a choice, and I'm faced with a choice every single day. I was talking to my dad about this when we were in Disney. I chose to fast a lot of the times in Disney because I wanted to feel good and I wanted to enjoy my time. And at times people will ask me, isn't it hard or isn't it not fun to skip that meal or to not have that piece of cake or that dessert? Of course, absolutely. But I'm not focused on the short-term thing. I'm focused on long-term, how I'm going to feel. It's not fun to have brain fog. It's not fun to have a headache. It's not fun to not have the energy to be with my kids, or to feel like I have to have 4 cups of coffee so that I can show up for my patients and my family, because sometimes that's what I have to do to get through the brain fog. And so in those moments, I really weigh out, is it worth it for the short-term pleasure to deal with the long-term pain? And so for me, I am so thankful for Lyme, because it's forced me to live such a healthy lifestyle. And I think that we can see these things, these challenges that we are all exposed to in whatever shape or form they come in, and we can make a choice, not always a great choice, but some sort of choice, and eventually, hopefully, feel somewhat empowered by the circumstances in our lives. I hope that helps you. I'm going to now hang out in my chamber so I have some super brain clarity this week, and peace out.